Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Discretion is advised. Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
Loveline, Loveline, Loveline.
Hey, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. No guests tonight, just the love we find between the two hosts, and that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Drew, you brought up a minute and a half ago the destruction that went on in the Westwood 1 bathroom, or the Westwood 2
Total
bathroom.
Yeah. I saved it for you.
You certainly did. It wasn't you.
No.
But I got to tell you, I opened the door to that bathroom, and I was hit by a hot wave of gaseous air with some pine to it.
Yeah, there's a little lemon scented.
Here's the thing about those air fresheners. When it's mixed with the scent of ass, it's not quite as effective. It's more distracting. It's as if someone just took a dump on a pine cone at that point.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I was thinking, and did you have to shut the fart fan and the door, Drew, to keep it bottled up?
You've always regaled us with stories about how much you appreciate this kind of thing. And I thought, Adam will appreciate it. I got it just for him, just in case.
I walked into the studio. I went straight into the bathroom. I opened the door. I took half a step in. I slammed the door. I did a dry heave. And then I walked into the other bathroom. But here's the thing I want to say about this, and it can be eliminated. And I don't think a lot of people are hip to the courtesy flush. Do you know that, Drew?
Yeah.
I mean, are you hip to that as a doctor? Do you tell your patients about the virtues of the courtesy flush?
No little pamphlets or anything about that, no.
Someone ought to post, that's interesting. In the bathroom, I'm just stumbling onto this. Like when you go to a restaurant or something, they'll post those placards that says employees wash their hands. And there's a few placards around, maybe different ones at airports and things like that. They ought to, on the inside of the stall door, put the courtesy flush placard on there, especially at the airport.
Please flush immediately.
Which is, if you can time it just right, and you know your bowels, and let me tell you, I know my bowels. We communicate. I mean, we are like a well-oiled machine. We're like a quarterback and a wide receiver that have been working in the NFL for 14 years and know each other's tendencies, like, Montana and Jerry Rice.
Right.
And my anus knows exactly what's going on. It's in constant communication with my lower bowels, which is in communication with my brain, and then my flush hand. And what I will do, if I sense trouble, and I'm in a place where I don't want to, savor it somewhere other than home, I will time the flush right with the offloading of the dukage, and it is effective.
Pristine.
It will, if you can hit it just right, you can mop up 75-80% of the carnage that would go on in there.
Here's the problem, and maybe this is why the airports are so bad. They now have those little sensors in the wall. Oh. You can't actually do that anymore.
Is that in the toilets, too, or just in the urinals?
Oh, yeah. No. It's in the whole... And...
Interesting.
And there's actually been a movement in the other direction, which is save water.
Yeah, but save water, but I say save lives. I think corneas, detached retinas...
Did you have to use a corn?
Did you have to use movement? Jackass. The point is everyone should know about the courtesy flush, and it should be mandated at work.
Yeah.
And let me say this, too. At work these days, you can get into trouble for anything. Yeah. You're sitting around your computer and you pull up a porn website. That's grounds for dismissal. Some secretary walks by and you tell her legs look nice. That's grounds for dismissal. What about destroying the bathroom? Shouldn't there be...
You're really worked up about this.
I'm just saying, at the workplace.
I thought you admired this kind
It's not like I busted into the guy's house. I went into the bathroom that I use. So it's funny when the bathroom is destroyed... And you try to figure out the culprit. And I think everyone works the same way, which is you start large and you move down. First, you look for the big guy, the security guy we got out here. He's, 6'6", probably goes about 270. That's the first guy I thought of, because I think woolly mammoth. I don't think hamster. I think big.
Rhinoceros.
Yeah, I think large mammal is what I think. So I start big and I work down. I start with the security guy, and I start putting together possible sort of ass scenarios. Well, let's see. He was standing outside when I walked in, but he could have made it out to the parking lot after offloading. He didn't say anything, but I guess he wouldn't have. He did look a little suspicious. He was smirking as I walked by. Was that? No, that was not you. Then I worked down. Say I worked to the next guy. I think that would be Brett or maybe Engineer Anderson. I go by weight and I work my way down. Eventually, I'll get to the chicks if I've eliminated all men. But women got it made because I'm sure they could do as much damage to a bathroom as a guy could, but they never make the list. They don't make the suspect list.
They make the cut.
Yeah, I mean, if a bathroom was destroyed and it was one bathroom and there are 3 or 4 guys working and 5 or 6 chicks working around, you wouldn't consider the women. You would definitely go for the guys first. And I guess women can do damage, can't they? Lisa, no?
Some.
You don't have that kind of anal firepower?
Not typically, no.
Yeah, but on a good day, can your ass rally?
I do not want to answer that.
All right. See, I'm going for yes, but still, like I said, you start with the guys and you work big down to small. Then eventually you get to the women, and then the Asians. The Asians come after the women. I don't know why. I can't picture the Asians doing damage, and then eventually get to the Asian women. But I mean, if you're an Asian chick and the bathroom's destroyed, you could be actually sitting on the toilet when I walked in, and I'd tell you to get the hell out of the way. I got to find the guy who stunk this place up. You know what I mean?
You're right.
All right. So when you come back, you want to come back as an Asian woman. Scott?
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah.
What's up?
I gotta respect the courtesy flush.
Yeah. Are you hip to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down with that.
All right. What's up?
Yeah, I had 2 questions, actually. One, vaginal sex from behind. Can it actually hurt her?
Harm her?
Like harm her. Like, she can,
It can hurt, but it shouldn't harm unless there's something there to be harmed, like an abscess or some infection or some problem. But in and of itself...
I've heard a woman once when I set my coffee down on her ass and it left a mark.
Burned.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was pretty hot.
I'll leave a mark.
Yeah. So I always use a coaster. So, Scott?
Something going on with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
What? What's going on?
No, like, I've been out for like 3 years, and, we try new stuff once in a while.
Yeah. Have you tried that one?
Yeah. And she just didn't like it.
Well, just be uncomfortable doesn't mean you're harming her. And some people, everybody's different in various ways, and that's...
Yeah, maybe get a little deeper penetration or something. Maybe she dries up a little back there. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds reasonable.
Maybe she's worried about the next step in the progression of the experimentation. You know what I mean?
Proximity?
That's right. You know what I'm saying, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the courtesy flush.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I also had another question now.
Yeah.
Quick one. Is there any particular, way you can surefire tell an orgasm from a woman?
That they're, you mean not faking it?
Yeah.
Not you. No way that you can tell.
No?
No.
Nah.
Yeah. Here's what you'll get. I mean, you gotta look at it this way. How can you tell when anyone's not faking anything? Do you know what I'm saying? Whether they're upset or crying or happy or whatever it is. If someone's excellent, you can't tell. I mean, if you're banging Meryl Streep, you can't tell whether she's faking or not. But if you're getting some good nail diggage, and they look like they're somewhere other than there, that's pretty good. And if you catch them looking at you every once in a while or looking at the clock, that's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah, there should be some nail digging, and there should be some, I don't know where I am, I don't care who's listening, I'm spinning out. That's what I get from the movies, at least. Tasha?
Hello?
You're 17?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, first I just want to say you guys are awesome. I met you 2 years ago. Not like I expect you to remember, but at the concert where Adam, you introduced Drew's kids as the Hanson brothers.
Oh, wow. In San Jose.
Yeah. Boy, that traumatized the kids.
They've not really been the same since then.
Drew brought his kids out on stage in San Jose. There must have been 18,000 people, and since they're so cute and blonde, I introduced them as Hanson, and the crowd started booing when they hit the stage.
Yeah, but I have 2 questions, actually.
All right.
On the first one, I'm, like, really self-conscious about my weight.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my friends, like, have tried Metabolife, and they're, like, telling me, oh, it's great, you should try it. And I'm wondering what the side effects are.
Well, it's not a healthy thing to do, okay?
Why not?
It has stimulant properties in it. It has sort of ma wang and ephedra. I'm not sure if it actually has ephedra, but it has those sorts of properties about it. And it can raise blood pressure and potentially increase damage to the lining of blood vessels. It's not a healthy thing to do. On the other hand, being overweight isn't healthy.
How overweight are you?
Well, I'm 5'3", and I'm 145 pounds.
All right, let me do some quick radio math here. 5'3", did you say 145? Oh, see, I had the 4, carry the 3. Hold on a second here, Drew, with 5. Okay, that is 5 foot and 3/4 inches, 162 pounds. Okay, so that's a little overweight.
And I know some dietitians that use ma wang to sort of boost people's metabolic levels in cases where the people are sort of stalling
What
out.
about the placebo effect?
No,
or something?
it has some effect. And I know
No,
peop-
I'm just saying, what about the placebo effect?
Yeah,
You
which
think
one?
you're taking this pill that's not making you hungry, so now you're not hungry?
It's not about not being hungry.
I know,
It's just causes you to burn things a little faster.
Yeah, I know, but you think you're taking this pill that is going to benefit you in your quest to lose weight, so therefore you're sort of
Maybe
cognizant of it.
Something, and most dietitians, I would say, are very much against this kind of thing because that kind of weight loss is weight you gain back.
Hey, Tasha, what's wrong with just getting a little more exercise and eating a little better?
Well, I've tried that.
Well, are you doing it? I mean, you really sticking with it? Are you being consistent?
No, not really.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
All right.
There's no easy
Eat the
way out.
protein and stay away from the carbohydrates.
Okay.
Drew taught me that like a few months ago.
Oh.
They actually taught me that about 2 years ago. I just didn't listen.
You finally did it. That's right.
I finally did it.
Well, I have one more question, too.
Yeah.
My mom is, like, really alcoholic, like, really. And she's addicted to pot, too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to do because, well, my brother has ADHD, so he's, like, hard to deal with anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, like, she said she was going to go to rehab once, and she didn't, and, like...
You need to go to Alateen, Tasha. Go to Alateen. Take care of yourself. I can tell you from my experience, the one thing that gets the attention of the identified patient, the addict, is the important people around them getting into their own codependency recovery. They basically develop a fantasy that you're going to get better and leave, which is what you'll in fact do. You won't tolerate their ass anymore. And they are sort of thereby really awakened to the fact they've got to make some change.
Phone screener Lisa and interim producer Lisa, who's the same girl, by the way, says she takes Metabolife.
Oh, really?
How's that make you feel?
Sped up.
Yeah, it totally makes you feel sped up.
I gotta get some of that.
Now, I don't feel the effects so much anymore because I don't really take it much.
Mm-hmm.
Because recently I started having some crazy heart palpitations,
Yeah,
so I stopped.
It's not good for you. Liver inflammation.
Were you taking the directed dosage?
I was taking like about half of what it says to take. It says like at your peak you should be taking 2 pills 4 times a day.
Oof.
And I would just take like 1 pill twice a day, maybe 3 times.
Uh-huh.
But I know people that take the full amount, and like you'll do really well at first, but unless you're working out and
You'll gain the
really,
weight back. Yeah.
you'll either gain it back or you just plateau. Like one of the guys at K-Rock lost like 50 pounds, but now he's totally plateaued because he's not working out anymore.
Forget it.
Right. All right. Well, like I said, it's really hard to fool your body and Mother Nature. Just eat right, work out, and believe me, it's going to work out. All right. And do the nose candy. Thank you. Was that?
I guess.
Susie?
Yes?
Yeah, you're 25. What's up?
I just wanted to ask Dr. Drew a question.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you actually when you spoke at Garage.com.
Oh, no kidding.
No kidding.
This was a boot camp for startup companies.
Right.
And it was a room about a couple thousand people. Garage.com is basically a company that seeds businesses. It funded drdrew.com. It helped put together the financing.
Didn't I meet a young lady from that group?
Yeah,
that,
at the party.
Yeah.
Barbara.
Looked like a secretary in a porno movie. Yeah, I like that. I was just waiting for, like, I thought it was a stripogram the whole time I was down. I was waiting for her to peel her glasses off and undo the bun in her hair and shake it out, and pull her blouse open. Turned out it didn't happen. I guess I shouldn't have reached for a blouse.
God, that's too bad.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what did Drew have to say? Anything good?
A bunch of witty, smart things to say, which were quite impressive considering the live studio audience he had.
So a bunch of business people who were just very uptight.
Oh, yeah.
Very anxious, yes.
Yes, but my question is, I just wanted to know what your opinion was of Dr. Laura.
I don't listen to her enough to have a real opinion. I worry about a lot of people in media who present themselves as one thing and don't really have the training or the clinical experience necessarily to get in the material they get into.
Yeah, it's everybody but you.
It's a lot of stuff.
Well, no, I listen to her on occasion, and Jesus, she's more condescending than I am.
Awful.
Yeah, she's mean as hell. I listen to her and I go, oh, man, this bitch is condescending. And then I think, oh, wait a minute, you're kind of an a-hole yourself. But I thought, but I do it in a very loving way.
You don't pretend to know what you're talking about.
That is right. Thank you very much.
You just pretend to know all, see all, but not really.
So wait, so Dr. Drew, are you saying that she's misrepresenting it?
Well, as I understand, her doctorate is not in anything in mental health.
What is it in?
It's like physiology or something, or
so she's just...
or geology or something. And yeah, it's like something completely outside the field. And I don't know what, I really can't quite get from what I read what her training is in.
Oh.
And she certainly is not a clinical practitioner presently.
All right.
But what's the issue? What's the issue?
Listen, I don't like any shows where people get that stuff where they repeat stuff. Like they have their show's own saying. Like I always hate it when
my child.
Yeah, I'm the mother of my children. Is what
is this?
I don't know what it means, but every time somebody calls in who listens to the show, like you listen to Rush Limbaugh, and like people call in, and they go, "Mega super dittos, Rush," you know, and then they call in Lycus, and they go, "How are you, Tom?" And he goes, "Do you care?" Itch. And then you call in Dr. Laura and you go, Dr. Laura, I just want you to know I'm the father of my children. And he goes, thank you very much. Now I ask your question. And I just hate that kind of repetitive crap on radio or on television.
How about that asshole that says mahalo at the end of every show?
Hey, come on, Anderson, please.
But Susie, what specific issue?
That's my trademark. That's different, man.
What are you taking issue with here?
No, I'm just taking issue because my parents listen to her sort of religiously, and and they sort of just take into everything that she says, they sort of take as gospel, and I
Well, fine. But, you know, here's the whole thing about that is, you know, the people that listen to her are, you know, 40 and fine, or 40 and screwed up, but who cares?
Well,
I'd rather talk to screwed up 15-year-olds and see if you can't stop them from making mistakes.
When she gets into areas that I've heard of issues of sort of opinions about, let's put it under sort of a heading of morality. I think she's pretty good, actually.
Oh, yeah.
But when she talks about clinical stuff, I can tell she's had no experience in some of the areas she speaks in, and it's like scary to me.
All right. Well,
so that's my concern.
She plugs her book, so.
But her idea about having sex is just if you're going to have sex, is to make babies. Like if you're having sex and not wanting to make babies, then you're deluding yourself. It's sort of
right. Well, listen. It's all fine for her because her uterus has fallen out 10 years ago. You know, she had her fun, she had her kicks, and now everyone else cannot have sex. You know, it's ridiculous, but it's unrealistic, I think, to tell your audience, "Hey, stop having sex."
Well,
right.
it's not. Listen, if somebody's going to try to make a message that's clear, well,
all right, fine. I don't think anyone's going to listen.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay. See, ours is just easy on the anal sex, which is a much more moderate position. All right, Susie, you want anything else?
Yeah, I have one other question.
Yeah.
A friend of mine told me about a contraceptive gel that you use sort of as a tampon that's supposed to work as a contraceptive. Is that a true story?
Well, there's gels and suppositories and all sorts of things you can put inside as assistants in contraception, but they are useless by themselves. Not very effective at all.
You mean you need to use them in conjunction with something else?
With a diaphragm, with a condom, with something else.
Devin?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Oh.
What's up?
Oh, well, I have anal sex with my girlfriend.
No, you don't.
And you're not 17.
Yeah, I am.
No.
What year were you born?
Huh?
There you go.
You retard.
Disqualified?
Come on, Tardo. You got to figure out the year you were born before you call and claim to be a certain age, don't you?
I'm 17.
Yeah, what year were you born?
Why would you not think I'm 17, though?
Why would you not tell me the year you were born?
I'm 1982.
All right. It only took you 5 minutes to figure that one out.
Why would you not think I'm not 17?
Because you sound like you're 13.
I'm not.
Your voice changes when you have anal sex.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Why would it change my voice?
Because you go from sounding like Linus on Charlie Brown to Paul Bunyan when you have anal sex. And you don't sound like Paul Bunyan. You sound like Linus.
Ooh, I sound like Paul Bunyan.
All right, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior?
I'm a senior.
Uh-huh. What high school you go to?
San Marino.
When you graduate?
What?
What's your sign?
I can't hear you.
What is your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
I knew it. I knew it. All right, Devin, what do you want?
I want to know, I want to know how it can be easier for me to have anal sex with my girlfriend.
What's the problem?
Well, it hurts her.
So you've done this before?
Once, but it was unsuccessful.
It was unsuccessful?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're going to upset her, so don't do it.
I shouldn't?
No.
Well.
Now go ahead and yell something out.
Go.
Okay.
All right, Devin.
Okay.
All right, take care.
Thanks.
All right. I don't know. Maybe it was him. Maybe he was 17. I don't know.
Whatever it was, I could just tell it wasn't real from the beginning. It's funny. One of the editors at DrDrew.com called us like 5 years ago. She won't tell me what she called about. She called when she was at UC Santa Cruz and asked us something, and I wouldn't believe her. She said it was a true question.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah.
All right, let me say this, Drew. I just came up with another fabulous idea to go with my courtesy flush placard on the inside of the door of the restroom.
You've been sort of ruminating, cogitating about this ever since the show started, huh?
No, this doesn't have to do with that.
Huh.
This is something else. This involves the human anatomy. It seems to me there should be a third input between the vagina and the anus. A sort of an intermediate. You know what I'm saying?
A hole?
Yeah. Yeah, orifice. I mean, you think about it. Vagina's nice, but, you know, guys get a little bored with that after the first couple days of sex, you know?
Sure, there should be something further in the back?
The anus, well, I don't know where to put it exactly, but I'm saying the anus then becomes kind of a tall order. It's a big leap. You know what I'm saying?
I see. It's big.
So you're going from the vagina, and the girl's like, yeah, I'm all right with that. And then you go, all right, well, let's step it up to the next level here. Let's go for the anus. And they're like, no. Too much. Too big a jump. It's like from running from first base across a pitcher's mound to third base. Right. I say there needs to be a second base in there. A little bit tighter than the vagina, you know what I'm saying? But not quite as puckery as the anus. And without all the sort of negative implications of the anus. You know what I'm saying? And a nice stepping stone to the anus. Something a guy could sort of cut his teeth on. A woman could feel comfortable with. You know what I'm saying?
So I see the really attractive female be one with a rectal fistula.
Right. That is the rectal fistula is the is that a hemorrhoid?
It's like a erosion that goes from the rectum out through the skin.
Oh, really? Something you could get in?
Mm-mm.
Something I could get in?
Mm-hmm.
See, we're starting to work together, Drew. That's good. I set you right up. I underhanded you that one, and you just knocked it out of the ballpark. All right. I'm going to work on my third orifice idea with Drew's Marks-a-Lot board during the break. When we come back, we'll speak to Candace. She's 17, was denied sex, and has been crying and freaking out ever since. She wants to know what's up with her. We'll tell her after this. Extravaganza. What the hell happened on that one? Yeah. I don't remember what was on it, but it was good.
Good, no, of course.
Right?
Of course.
All right. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. That is Drew. I'm Adam. And what the hell happened to my pen? Where are we?
Candace.
Candace.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I have a comment for Adam.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know I think you're gorgeous.
Really?
And and to Dr. Drew, you're great. I always listen to your show, first time caller. I think you guys are bomb.
Okay. He's not as good looking as I am?
Huh?
Not as good looking as I am?
No.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I allowed to say that?
It's all right.
Sorry.
Well, it's good about Adam. You can say
yeah, you can't hide. I mean, from the truth. You know.
Can't hide your emotions.
That's right. What do you like about me physically?
This is going to sound really weird, but...
Oh, no.
Unibrow.
You're hairy, and I like that.
I knew I was digging myself in.
Oh.
You know, I'm not really that hairy a guy for a guy with a lot of brow and head hair.
I still think it's sexy. I mean, I've had, like, many fantasies about you. And
Oh, really?
I don't care who knows, because I just think you're gorgeous.
Wow.
That's good to know there's somebody out there, Adam. That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You got a compliment.
All right.
This business of hairy back came up on the television
When
show.
are you going to
the
be
other day.
18?
Am I going to be 18?
Yeah.
December.
When?
December.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead, Drew.
Remember we were talking about hairy backs on the television program and how women have deemed that just awful now?
Right.
I gave that some thought. You know, that's probably why humans have evolved hairless, is that the female in the species has
decided
taken it that way.
Well, you know,
if they don't reproduce with the hairy guy, hairiness gets bred out of the population.
Dr. Marcel, your plastic surgeon buddy over there, is got the laser thing,
Right.
and that's where a lot of his work is going on guys' backs.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? Yeah, I don't have hair on my back, contrary to popular demand. It all settled on my ass.
It leaked down.
It used to be on my back. I think my back, it's like a glacier or something. It's just
sagged.
It just settled. The skin that used to be around my shoulder blades,
course.
Drew,
Yeah.
is now on my ass.
Of course.
And my nipples, they're on my shoulders.
That's where they went.
My penis is where my sternum is. It's tough.
Here to get to.
Oh yeah. All right, Candace.
All right, Candace, what's going on here?
Okay, so...
This girl's messed up.
All right, I consider myself kind of a nympho.
See?
I love to have sex. I think sex is wonderful. I promote it as long as it's safe and you know what you're doing. And
With one person, multiple people?
How do you promote it? Do you have a bullhorn, or what do you use to promote it?
No, I pass out flyers. No. Actually, no. It's just when people talk to me about it, I say, you know what, sex is all cool. You know, I'm not going to knock you if you do it before you're married. Just make sure you're safe and
Right.
All right, so it's not you're not acting out wildly.
Sort of a sexual ambassador.
Yeah.
just walk down the street and say, hey, baby, what's up?
All right. So what's your story?
Okay, I've been sexually active for about 4 years, and I've been with the same 5 people, but it's like very often, like every day, every other day.
Same basketball team for all 4 years?
Same 5 people? What do you mean?
Pretty much.
What does that mean?
And
How does that work? What do you mean the same 5 people?
they're just people that I've known since, you know, growing up wise. I've known the people, and
I mean, they're currently in rotation, or there have been 5 people over the course of 4 years?
there's been 5 people, and there's 2 that I'm seeing right now that every once in a while, or not every once in a while, but I'll be with one for a couple days, and then I'll go to the other person for a couple days, and every once in a while, the person from like a couple of years ago will pop back in my life, and we'll hook up.
Make a cameo.
Yeah, kind of. They'll make like a little appearance, and then disappear, and then make another.
Hold on a second. I may want to do some gambling here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Want to do some gambling? Little mano type of gambling here, Drew?
Not entirely clear what's going on.
I'm not either. Well, look at me. I'm such a big shot. All I got is 20s. Jesus Christ. You know the thing about me, the reason I always have less money than I think, I always remember taking money from the ATM and exactly how much it is, but I never remember spending any of it.
Right.
So if I take $400 or $300 out of an ATM, 2 weeks later when I pull my wallet out,
You expect $300?
expect $300 to be in there.
Yeah.
And when there's $104 or $22 or whatever, I think somebody must have robbed me, because there's no way I could have spent that money.
You've got people crawling over your house all the time. Probably somebody did rob you.
Well, you may be right. All right, listen, I don't have $1.
Did you ever figure out the guy that dumped in your bathtub, by the way?
No, I don't know who took a crap in my bathtub. I'm putting the 20 up there, and then I'm taking it back when you win. All right, here's what I'm going with, Candace. I'm going hippie family.
Oh, that was mine, too.
Oh, really?
Go ahead. You got it first.
Well, there you go. See, I'm either, my impulse is either hippie or like totally religious freako.
Right.
But I'm going hippie.
Hippie and what plus? It's got hippie plus something.
Hippie plus sprinkling of substance. Dad smokes a lot of weed, maybe out of the scene. Not a bad guy, just sort of apathetic, smokes a lot of weed.
Disconnect.
Endorses the hippie lifestyle. Maybe the guy's a graphic artist or something.
I got the disconnect thing, and I think that's sort of that.
All right.
I'll add in like lots of sexual exposure by the age of like 8. Like maybe seeing their parents or seeing
people
videos
doing a lot of skinny dipping over at the house.
Yes, or pictures or something.
Okay, well, not a bad bet in this day and age. Candace?
Yes?
All right, let's talk about your history for a second.
Okay, first of all, I heard you saying, first of all, I've never been sexually abused. I've never been touched by...
We didn't say that.
Nope,
didn't say that.
That's not the bet.
That's not the one we came up
It
with.
usually is, but not this time.
Okay, I never walked in on my parents, thank God. My father passed away 4 years ago, so he's not around.
Mm-hmm. Bong exploded?
What do you mean?
Was he a hippie?
No, not at all, not at all. I'm a very 90s person.
What'd your dad do for a living?
He worked at a refinery.
I knew it.
A refinery.
Uh-huh.
He was, I don't know, he did something there. I don't know.
Refined things? Does that mean you work in oil production?
Yeah.
No, he worked on the computers at a refinery, like shipping. And
All right. What did he die of?
Huh?
What did he die of?
Suicide.
Interesting.
So they say. There was a weak investigation. They're not sure. So.
He was not an alcoholic, or
He was, actually.
Okay, Adam got that.
I'm not. I go to AA. I'm actually sober. I don't do drugs.
Well, you're a sex addict though, and you've got to start dealing with that.
Yeah.
You've got to deal with that.
So your dad was an alcoholic. And what was the family life like? Your mom and him were together before his suicide?
Actually, they got divorced when I was 2, and my stepmother and my father raised me, and I visited my biological mother on weekends. And the family life was okay.
What was up to your biological mom that she couldn't handle raising you?
It wasn't that. It's just in the process of divorcing my biological mother, he had a job, he had gotten another place, and he was already in the process of getting married to my stepmother.
It doesn't matter.
No, my mother is like a gorgeous, gorgeous woman, and he didn't want her to work because he thought that she would leave him, so she didn't have a job. She lost the place because he stopped coming around. So the story goes.
That's a pure story.
And so when they went to court...
Was he riding on a Pegasus when he came in?
My dad went to court. He had it all together, and my mom didn't. So.
All right, so what's up with your mom? Why was she so... I mean, when it came down to the time that she had to try to obtain custody of her child, she couldn't get it together.
She was... All I know from the, stories is that, from my dad's side, we told your mom when the court dates were, and she never went.
What is up with your mom?
She never went to the court dates.
I mean, what is up with your mom? What, is she just completely can't handle her life?
My mom is a tremendous lagger.
She smoke a lot of pot?
Who?
Your mom.
Who? Jesus, what are you, retarded, Candace? Answer our goddamn questions, would you? I swear to Christ, I'll hang up on you.
Oh, no, please don't. No, she doesn't do anything.
She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke weed. She just couldn't get out of the house to go to court.
Exactly.
To get the custody.
Why not?
Of her daughter.
I don't know. I asked.
What's up with her now?
Is she depressed?
Yes, probably she was because her husband was leaving her. Maybe she didn't want me. I don't know.
Well, Candace, you got a lot of baggage here, and you're clearly not dealing with this in your recovery. You've got to start talking about these awful feelings that have got to be there from these experiences with your sponsor. That 4 steps got to be a little deeper. And included in that, the way you're engaging in your relationship with males. Because that's going to continue to be sort of a source of managing feelings rather than a way of establishing intimacy and actually growing as a person.
Well, see, everything was okay until
No, your dad committed suicide. Your mom basically didn't want you. I mean,
it's awful.
Everything, I mean, being an nympho and wanting to have sex and experimenting and all that stuff was okay until I was recently denied by my best friend's roommate because of my age.
Well, look, it's just addressing reality. And when reality creeps in, it reminds you of what you're actually doing, and it's an awful situation you're in.
All right, Candace. Is anyone a hippie in your family?
Not that I know of.
No.
Kind of, but...
Yeah, I think I may have lost a
We
buck.
both. No, we both were off.
All right, we push. Hey, Candace, forget about the sex part. There's big issues here.
This is about the sex is just there to make you feel better in the moment. It's not. You're not using it for anything else, and it will just reinforce your status quo emotionally, which is not going to be a successful place for you in the long term.
Gabrielle?
Yes.
You're 24?
Gabriel.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there a different spelling?
Yeah.
There is?
LLE.
Is that how it goes?
No.
All right, anyway. I'm going to call you Gabe. What's up?
I was calling to see, I want to get a vasectomy because I don't want no more kids. I have 3.
You have 3?
Yes, and I want to know if, does it shrink, make it smaller, and does it...
Make your penis smaller?
Yeah.
No.
Time,
No.
Do you think...
Time or what?
No.
No. Your penis grows.
Apparently gives you like a unbelievable orgasm the first time after you've had your operation.
That's why I've had 26 of the procedures.
And it can sometimes not work. Of course, there's the infection and bleeding, and complications of anesthesia. But beyond that, it's a pretty safe procedure.
All right. When we come back, I think we should talk to, let's see, 28. What about number 1 there?
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
What's this one? I saw boobs. Hold on. Jen?
Yeah?
You're 15?
Yep.
Your sister's 28-year-old boyfriend is staring at your boobs?
Yeah, like, he comes...
How big are your boobs?
Huh?
Are they big?
These.
These?
Yeah.
Wow.
But, yeah.
All right.
Like, he'll, like, come over and, like...
Stare?
He'll stare.
Yeah. Well, that's what guys do when they see D's.
Hold on a second.
No, that's all right.
But that's not it, so...
Yeah, you want to talk? You want to confront him, or you want to confront your sister?
See, that's not the only thing he does, like...
Uh-oh. All right, well, then hold on. If that's not all he's doing, then we'll get to the bottom of it. If it's just looking, I was ready just to say, oh, hell, ignore him, go to the other room, put a bathrobe
But
on.
yeah, we also going to talk to her about, maybe this is her first experience with this whole thing that she's going to have to deal with for quite some time.
I bet she's had other similar experiences in her tender 15 years. All right, we'll be back. It is the Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. We have no guests tonight, so we have a little extra time.
So spend more time with our callers?
No, I'd like to spend a little time talking about cranberry sauce.
That or about your whole bathroom thing?
Done with the bathroom, Rand. I'm now on to the cranberry sauce.
Don't you do that tomorrow night? Because tomorrow night's really officially Thanksgiving night for us.
Is it?
Yeah, we have one more night.
I know, but people do their cooking.
Tomorrow.
Do they do their cooking tomorrow?
Yeah. Don't spoil it for tomorrow. Just whet their appetite with you're going to tomorrow.
I have
you're going
some
to
very strong feelings about cranberry sauce.
You have an important
very important message.
Yeah.
Very important.
Tomorrow night.
That involves not using the goddamn canned cranberry sauce.
And it will improve your Thanksgiving dinner immensely if you listen to Adam tomorrow night.
Listen, I agree with you. I'm not going to give... I have a recipe I want to give out, but I'll give that out tomorrow. I'm going to my cousin Greg's.
Oh, you see him every year, don't you?
Yeah. He's out in Simi Valley this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with the family, but unless I'm like a Jew going through the desert, unless I spend an hour and a half on the road, it's not Thanksgiving. Unless I get cleaned out by some trucker on the 118, it's not Thanksgiving, you know?
You're going to need security at Simi Valley.
Jesus Christ. So I'm bringing my own cranberry sauce.
Of
course. And I pulled it out last year. I showed up at Vince and Pat's, my cousins, and Pat went for that can opener, and I said, Pat, you got a lovely spread here. I don't want to offend you, but I brought my own goddamn cranberry sauce because I may be white trash, but I'm not albino trash like the rest of this family, and I'm eating real goddamn cranberries. That's the way the Pilgrims would have wanted it. They get that gelatinized stuff, and they carve it up into those little medallions. You try to stab with your fork, and it goes sliding off the plate. Leaves a little trail of red stuff. What the hell is up with that? I'm telling you, grab a pad and pencil. Tomorrow night, everybody. Wait a minute. What about tomorrow night with the people that are east of the Mississippi?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Uh-oh.
They're going to get the message a day late because the show's delayed.
I
got to deliver it.
Just 1 second, though.
What?
East of Mississippi, they know how to practice Thanksgiving. They do. It's lame out here.
There could be some transplants from the valley, though. You never know. Hey, I want to play it safe. Now listen to me, all you screwballs. And I'm deadly serious about this. There's only a couple of issues I have in life, a couple of causes.
Oh, everyone who listens knows that.
One has to do with the garbage man showing up at 6:30 a.m. and the mail showing up at 4:30 in the afternoon. That's one thing I'd like to work on. The other thing's the morning after pill. And then comes the cranberry sauce. Every year, I go to one of these, I go to Thanksgiving, and somebody opens a can of cranberry sauce, and I'm telling you, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. You might as well grab some Louis Rich turkey slices in the cold cut form and crack open that package in lieu of eating a turkey while you're at it. You lazy sons of bitches. So listen, all you moms and dads and anyone who's doing the cooking out there. Listen to this recipe. And this is the part that gets insulting about it, Drew. This is the part that hurts the most. It is the easiest thing you're going to make Thanksgiving is the cranberry sauce. This is a layup. Here it is. You need a sack of cranberries. Just one of those sacks about the size of a brick with some loose cranberries in it. You can get it at any store. It's like $1.50. One sack of that, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water. Put the whole thing in a saucepan, put the lid on, bring it to a boil, let it simmer for 5 minutes. Done. That is it.
Put some walnuts in there or anything?
I go for a little lemon peel floating around there. It gives it a little extra zest. But this is it. Cup of sugar, cup of water, sack of cranberries, put it all in the pot, put the flame on, put the lid on. 5 minutes. Done.
Boiled for 5 minutes or just 5 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know. It just, it's done. They start popping, the little cranberries, when they heat up. That is it. You barely have to stir it. You don't have to do anything. That's it. Cup of sugar, cup of water, sack of cranberries. Done. Please, opening that can. The temerity. Man, am I insulted. And usually by then I've had a couple glasses of wine in me, and the insults start flying across the table, and then it gets dicey. Jen?
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yep.
You got, what'd your parents do last year for Thanksgiving? They opened some cranberry sauce?
We did nothing. We just, actually, I don't know. We don't have cranberries.
You don't have cranberries?
I just copied down your recipe, so I'm going to make it.
Did you?
Yep.
God bless you.
Yep, I'm going to be making it.
All right. And more importantly, not only will Jen be making it, but hopefully Jen's kids will make it one day, too.
Yes, I'll pass down the recipe.
Thank you.
Bring an end to this travesty.
Oh, my God. What's up, Jen?
I was talking to you earlier
Oh, yeah,
about-
you got with the boobs, right?
But
Listen, you shouldn't be cooking with those boobs. You should have help. All right, so you have a D-size cup.
Yeah.
And your sister's 28-year-old boyfriend stares at you.
Yeah, and also, he'll look down at my pants, at my crotch and stuff, and
Really?
How old is your sister?
and I'll yell at people, I don't know why.
No, it's good. It's healthy. How old is your sister?
She's 25, and
She's 25.
yeah,
All right.
Does she have some...
she has 3 kids from before.
She has kids?
Yeah,
Yeah. Man, did I smell some kids there.
and she just had a kid, and now she's pregnant again. It's yeah.
And who's this guy? This isn't the father of any of them, or?
Yeah, it's the father of his 3 kids, and then her kid that she just had. And then,
He has 3 and she has 1.
yeah, and she's pregnant with another one.
Oh, boy.
My God.
She should be sterilized.
This is the 90s Brady Bunch. There it is.
What's he do for a living? Construction? Or does he work on cars?
He works on cars, actually, and he works on, at this glass place.
Yeah.
But he still does.
He works at a glass place?
He makes glass windows and...
Oh, boy. Oh. All right, that's construction.
Yeah.
Maybe he does, sliding doors and sashes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've told my sister
Oh.
before, and it's...
All right, listen, Jen. This thing's a mess.
Just stay away from this
Stay
guy.
away from him.
Stay away.
Don't go to the haunted house with him.
Don't be anywhere with this guy. Seriously, Jen.
You make that cranberry
Tell your
sauce.
dad he's been doing this.
No,
Now,
you think your dad's around?
Yeah, but
Jen, is your dad around?
Yeah, he's around.
He is? Your real dad?
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's at volleyball right now.
Well, tell
Is
him.
it volleyball?
Oh.
Your dad's gay?
No.
Tell him about that.
What's he doing at volleyball?
Playing volleyball. Oh, no.
Your dad's gay?
No. Heck no.
He's playing volleyball?
He's married. Yes, he's played volleyball ever since forever.
Your dad's gay? Oh, no.
No, wait, you live in a beach city?
Huh?
You live in a beach city?
No. We live right here in Washington.
Okay, tell your dad about this guy then.
Yeah, I've told people.
Tell your dad. Tell your dad. Hopefully he'll spike one of those voids on this guy's head. Roy?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend refuses to shave her bikini area?
Yeah, I got a couple questions real quick.
Well,
is that the question, Roy?
Question?
That's one of them.
That's one of them.
Yeah, I was
All right, hold on there, Roy.
Hmm?
Hey, Roy? We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, you're going to be semi-coherent.
Okay.
And clear?
And clear?
Enunciate?
You'll speak in a clear and present tone?
Sure.
Okay, hold on a second. We'll be back. I'll give my recipe for stuffing when we come back. And that'll all be after this.